Hello mates, welcome to Full Stack Java Developer. I am Kiran Jadhav here. In this session, I will teach you here Spring Boot with microservices, and we are going to use for service communication as a Fin client here. Then the best example I am going to consider here, we have available product service, customer service, then we are going to use Eureka server as a service registry, and API gateway itself available single entry point. Then definitely we are going to consider customer goes to purchase the product, right? This use case we are going to consider here. Then see, first we'll come up with the theory context and then we'll start with the practical implementation. See what is meant by microservices. Microservice it means two or more Spring Boot module, two or more Spring Boot application, they will communicate with each other. Then services we are going to create here product service. It will be part of 9191 port number. Customer service it will be part of 9192 port number. Service registry it means Eureka server. There are all the instances registered and this will be part of 8761 port number. And API gateway, this is the single entry point. It means whenever client they are hitting the request, either it is coming from mobile, otherwise you can simply say web browser, then definitely it comes on API gateway, and API gateway traversing this request to particular services. And we are going to handle here fallback mechanism as well. And we are going to implement circuit breaker design pattern also. API gateway, it will be part of 2025 port number. And the service communication, we are using here Fin client. Port number, you can give any port number. This is just like I am using here those 4-digit port number here, okay? And design patterns, we are going to follow the SAGA design pattern. It means you can simply say service per DB. And here we are going to use circuit breaker pattern as well. Fault tolerance, there are three states available. You can simply say close, then half open and open. Like those three states we are going to follow for circuit breaker here. Now we'll start with the implementation. Then simply come up with the Chrome browser and we are going to hit here start.spring.io. Spring initializer, this is the official web page. We are going to create the Spring Boot project. The project has Maven, the language is Java, Spring Boot latest version we are using. Then here base package I am giving com.fullstack. Then artifact it means our application name. Then first service I am going to create here, this will be product service. Then refactor the base package. Packaging as Java version 17. Then adding dependencies, we require Lombok. It will reduce the boilerplate code. Next we are using here, you can simply consider dev tool for live load the application. Next we require the Spring Web. Itself available inbuilt Tomcat server and it will help us to create the REST API as well. Now next we require the data JPA for persistence layer and database perspective we are using here MySQL. If you want to add more dependencies you can go ahead and add it. I want to create very like straightforward scenario, that's why I'm just using here required dependencies. And one more dependency we are just going to add here. This will be, you can simply say Eureka client discovery. This is Eureka discovery client, a REST based service for locating services for the purpose of load balancing and failure of middle tier servers. And simply click on that. Now simply click on generate. See within minute production ready application will be available there. The next service we are going to create here customer service as well. Then here I'm just going to add this will be customer service. Then refactor the base package here. Packaging a Java version 17. And here I'm going to add the Fin client dependency as well. You can simply say this will be open Fin dependency we are using. Fin client, like you can simply say for synchronous communication perspective we are using here. This is service to service communication we require, right? One service communicate with the another service. For that perspective we are using Fin client dependency here. And this is declarative interface we are going to create. Then see, this is Spring Cloud routing, declarative REST client. OpenFin creates a dynamic implementation of an interface decorated with JAX arrays or Spring MVC annotations. For customer service, I am using why? Because this customer service goes to communicate with the product service. That's why. We have added here OpenFin dependency as well. I just highlighted here, right? Yes. Perfect. Now simply click on generate. Within minute production ready, application is available there. Now come to the next service. Next we are going to create here service registry. For that perspective, we are giving here com.fullstack as a base package. Then artifact it means our application name. I am giving this is service registry. then refactor the base package. Then adding dependencies here, you can simply consider we require the dev tool. Next we are using here Lumpup we don't require in this case, we just require the Spring Wave, and one more dependency we are going to add the dependency name as Eureka Server. See, Eureka Server, Spring Cloud, Netflix, Eureka Server we are using here. Perfect. If you don't want to use dev tool, it's not mandatory. Fine. Yes, I'm just going to add only two dependency. One is Spring Wave and the second one is Eureka Server. Now simply click on generate. See, within minute production ready, application will be available there. Now come up with the next. This is our API gateway we are going to create. For API gateway perspective, I am going to add here this is project as Maven, the language as Java, Spring Boot latest version we are using. Base package I am giving here com.full stack. Artifact it means our application name. I am giving here API gateway. Now refactor the base package. Packaging a jar Java version. We are using 17. Adding dependencies. First we are just going to add here Spring Wave. Next I am adding here this is you can simply consider API gateway. Yes, like provides simple yet effective way to route to API in serverless based applications, provides cross-cutting concerns to those APIs such as security, monitoring, metrics, and resiliency. Now we are going to add the next dependency as Spring Boot Actuator. Then supports built-in or custom endpoints that let you monitor and manage your applications such as application health, matrices, and sessions, etc. Next dependency we are using Eureka Discovery Client as well. See this is. Now simply click on generate. See within a minute production ready application is available there. Now all the applications is created successfully. 4 applications is created. Then we are just going ahead and extracting those applications, right? Then simply right click here and go ahead with the extract. Each application I'm going to extract, and once extraction is done, we'll copy those applications, okay, and add into our particular folder. In my local I already created a folder as microservices. I'm just going to paste those there in that particular folder. Fine. Yes. Now come up with the next. We have available here this is service registry. I'm just going to extract it. Simply go ahead and extract it. Once extraction is done, we'll copy and paste into particular folder. See in my local I already created the folder microservices. There I'm just going to copy paste those our extracted application. Next is customer service. Simply go ahead and extract it. It's not mandatory to add within particular folder, but I am following some practices. Okay. Yes. Then see I am just going to add those like particular folder itself. Then now we have last one is product service. Simply extracting it. Once extraction is done, we'll copy our product service and paste into particular folder itself. See here is it. Now we have added all the applications within particular folder. Now we'll go ahead and just copy the path of our application, and we're trying to import into IntelliJ IDEA. For that perspective, come up with the IntelliJ, come up with the file new project from existing sources. Here I am going to import this project as a API gateway. Then this is Maven project. Click on create. I want to open with this window. It will go to open in same window here actually. So it's open here service registry, right? Sorry, we require the API gateway first. Yes, I'm just trying to, you can simply consider we are just trying to use here refresh browser as well. Fine. Yeah, this is API gateway. Here is it. Go to OK, then click on create, then trust project with this window. It will go to open with this window itself. See here is the API gateway. Now come up with the next file new project from existing sources. Next we have available customer service. Here is it. Simply click on customer service here and go to the OK. Then this is Maven project create trust project with new window. I want to open in another window. Next we are going to import the project there. Import project from existing sources. This is product service. Go to OK, create, then trust project with new window. And the last one is service registry. Come up with the file new project from existing sources, and here we have available service registry. See this is. Now simply click on OK, click on create, press project with new window. We have opened all the projects within separate window, it means new window. Now first we'll come up with the product service, okay, and then simply come up with the product service form.xml file. See here Spring Boot latest version we are using, right? Then we simply adding here, like you can simply consider Swagger UI dependency. For that perspective, I am just going to add here org.springdoc, and we are expecting here this is Swagger UI dependency we are expecting here, right? Yeah. See, this is the latest version we are using for Swagger UI 2.8.6. Once this dependency is added, the next step will come up with the SRC main. We have available resources. Under resources, I am going to create the YAML file. Simply give their file and the file name as application.yaml. Either you can type YML or otherwise YAML as well. Just pronounce as a YAML file. And the YAML file content, I will copy it from my existing any application. So this is the YAML file content we are going to add. This is, you can simply say, product service. That's why I'm just going to add here. This will be product service DB. See, here is it. We have given the database name as well, right? And the corresponding username password also we are passing here. And the port number I am giving 9191 for product service. Now simply come with the Maven and just try to start the build. mun clean space install. Clean, it means it will delete the existing jar file, var file, and by using Maven install, it will create the fresh jar file, a var file, whatever you are expecting. Then it will take some time. Then meanwhile will come up with the customer service as well. Then customer service we have form.xml file. Simply come up with the down, and in dependency, right? We are just going to add the Swagger dependency org.springdoc. Yes, we have added the Swagger dependency here. 2.8.6 version we are using here. Perfect. Great. Now come for the SRC main. We have available here resources, and the resources I am going to create the new file, and the file name I am giving here, this will be application.yaml file, and the YAML file content I am adding, this is, you can simply say, which service we have, customer service DB we are giving, and the port number is 9192. Now simply come with the Maven and do the build of our customer service as well. Clean space install. Perfect. It will take some time. Again we'll come with the product service here. Our build is success. And once build is success, simply reload the project here. Once reload is done, then we'll come up with the base package com.fullstack. Now right click on that. New package I am giving. The package name I am giving here, this will be entity package, because we are going to create the entity class there. Now next package, I'm giving the package name as, you can simply say, this will be repository package. Again I'm going to create the new package. The package name I'm giving here this will be service package. And again we require the one more package. The package name as we are giving here, this will be controller package. Perfect. Within entity package, we are going to create here entity class name as product. And now come with the repository. New Java, this will be Java class, you can say, sorry, Java interface we require there, product repository. Now come up with the service. In service I am going to create new Java class as this will be product service. Come up with the controller. New Java class I am creating here, this will be product controller. Perfect. Now we'll start with the implementation part. For that perspective, we'll come up with the product.java, annotate with @data. Next we are using @all constructor, @nor constructor. Add we require their entity as well. And we are using annotation as @table, and the table name I am giving table name as here product. Then see, @data, it means, you can simply say, this is Lombok annotation. It will help us to produce boilerplate code there. We don't require getter setter and toString manually. You can simply use the annotation @data itself. @other constructor, it means this is parameterized constructor. @nor constructor, it means this is default constructor. Entity, it means this is the entity class. And if you are not giving @table, it will consider project class name as a table name. But here we mentioned the name table name as product itself, right? Yes. Now I'm using @id, it means this is primary key. At generated value, you can simply say strategy we are giving here identity, because we are using here MySQL. If you are using Oracle, then you can go to the sequence as well. Now I'm giving private. This will be, you can simply consider int product have ID. Next private, I want to say string. This will be product have name. Private, we are giving here, this will be double product have price. And if you want to add date as well, then simply give private. This will be, we are going to consider as date coming from util package. Product have launch date. If you want to say expiry date, you can simply add the expiry date as well. And date format, for that purpose we are calling here JSON format. Then see the pattern. I am giving here Indian time standards like TT, MM, YYY format. It will be depends on you, like which format you want to pass. If you are from US Canada, you can give the MMDDYY as well. Fine, perfect. Now we'll come up with the next product repo. Annotate with at the rate repository annotation, and then simply use extends JPA repository, and we are passing here. This will be, you can simply say our Pojo class name as product. We are going to pass here, and the corresponding wrapper class I am passing here integer. Then now come up with the next. Next we have product service. Annotate with at the rate service annotation. And here we are going to follow required arc constructor as well. Instead of using at auto-wide, we are going to follow required arc constructor. At auto-wide it means field-based injection, but in industry nowadays, as per solid principle, we are going to follow required arc constructor here, like constructor injection. Then now we are going to mention here private. This will be final product repository, because method we are going to call from repo itself. Then first method I am going to write public. This will be, you can simply consider as product. We are trying to save the product data. Then I'm just going to say save, and we are passing entity as a product itself. Then simply do return. This will be product repo dot save, and we are passing entity as a product itself. Then next, this will be public. We are going to pass here optional of product, and simply say find by ID. Now I am passing here integer product ID as the input parameter. Simply do return. This will be product repo dot find by ID. ID as an input parameter we are passing there. Control A, Alt Control L. This is the shortcut key to format the code base. In my case, due to time being, I'm just going to create the two functionality. In your case, you can create number of functionality. You can create the like 100 plus APIs as well as per your business requirements. Now come up with the next, and this is the last layer we are writing for product service controller layer. This is our API layer. Annotate with at the rate REST controller. We are using here at request mapping also, and the request mapping I'm giving forward slash as products. And here also we are going to use required arc constructor, because we are not going to follow the auto-wide like field based injection. We are going to follow constructor injection. And the REST controller itself available. There is controller available as response body, right? There is available controller as well as response body. And if you don't want to use REST controller, you can use those two annotations, controller, response body, then also it will goes to work. But as per solid principle, like we are going to reduce the line of code, that's why we are going to follow the REST controller itself here. Perfect. Now again come up with the next private. This will be final. We are just going to say this will be product service. If you are checking our previous sessions, we are using auto-wide, but nowadays we are not using auto-wide, because field-based injection we are not going to follow here. We are going to follow constructor-based injection by using required arc constructor. It means at the rate auto-wide replace with at the rate required arc constructor. At the rate auto-wide, it means this is field-based injection, but we are not going to prefer field-based injection. We are just going to prefer constructor-based injection. Then here I am going to write the first API for our product service. This is, you can simply say API name itself I am giving save, and this will be public response entity. We are just going to pass here, this will be response entity. Yes, typo, we need to correct it. Yes, and this will be our product, and simply say method name as save. And here I'm just going to pass, this will be request body. This will be for product itself. Now simply to return, this will be response entity dot okay. We are going to call here and then simply say product service dot save. We are going to insert data for product itself. And if you want to handle the validations, you can add the validation dependency. You can use @valid annotation here as well. Yes. Now come with the next. Next is we are trying to read the data by its ID, like find by ID. This is our API name. Find by ID. I am passing input parameter as a product ID here. This will be like public response entity. You can simply consider it will be type of optional of we are saying product, and simply say this will be find by ID. Then we are passing input parameter. That's why I'm passing here path variable annotation. This will be integer type of product ID. We are passing as a input here. Now simply to return, this will be response entity dot okay, and we are calling here product service dot find by ID, giving the ID as an input parameter here. Now to control A, Alt Control L, it will format the code base. Then see, such a way we done with the end-to-end for our product service. Now we are very excited to start our product service. Simply come up with the main class and start the product service here. We are expecting product service goes to work on the port number is 9191. Perfect. We are just waiting to see product service is up and running, and it will goes to work on port number is 9191. See one screen. If you are checking, this application started successfully, and again if you want to check like whatever port number they are using, right, those also you will be able to see here itself, like it will goes to work. You can simply say 9191 port number here. Great. Then now we are come up with this Swagger UI to test our application. For that perspective, I'm just going to use here localhost. This will be, you can simply say 9191 port number we are going to use for test our API for product service. See localhost colon 9191 forward slash swagger hyphen UI dot html. Then first we are trying to save the data for product. Then here ID is auto incremented. You can simply remove it. Product name, I'm just going to pass here Apple phone. Then product price, we are just going to pass here 2,50,000.99. Next, I'm passing the product launch date is, you can simply say 09/09/2020. Simply execute it. It will go to insert data into database successfully, right? Now we are just trying to add here next as HP laptop as a product name I'm giving here, and the price we are giving here 1,50,000.99, and this is I'm giving here, this will be 11/11/2020. Simply execute it. See data is inserted successfully. Perfect. Now we are just trying to find by its ID. I'm passing try it out, like first ID I'm passing here, it will fetch data for Apple phone. Next I'm passing 2, it will fetch data for HP laptop. See here is it. Okay, the typo mistake you can simply ignore it. Okay, yeah, great. Now we'll come up with the next is we have available here customer service. See customer service build is success, and once build is success you can simply reload the project here, right? Great. Now we'll come up with the src main java com.fullstack base package. In that I'm going to create the new package. The package name I'm giving here entity package. Oh, entity goes ahead with the capital letters. This is my typo mistake here. I'm just going to use entity as a lowercase. Simply click on refactor. It will go to refactor as well. Next package, going to create here package name as repository. Next package, creating new package here. This will be like service package. You can simply consider. Again, we require the new package name as controller package. If you are going to handle the validation exception, you can create such a packages as well. I'm going to create the one more package name as view package, like view object you can simply consider. In entity package, I'm going to create new Java class as this is our customer. Now come up with the controller. We are going to create new Java class as this will be customer controller. Now come up with the repository. This will be new Java interface. We are giving interface name as customer repository. Then simply come up with the service. In service, I am creating new Java class as customer service. Now come up with the view. In view, I am giving first Java class name as you can simply consider. Here I am giving this is product. And again I am going to create the new Java class. You can simply say Java class name as this is response view we are creating here. And within response view we are going to add product as well as customer also. Fine. Now we'll start with the development of our application. For that perspective, we'll come up with the customer.java, annotate with @data, lambo connotation here, at all our constructor, at nor constructor. Then again we are going to add here, you can simply say at entity as well. We required table also, and the table name I'm giving here, this will be customer table. Time being, I'm not going to add more fields. I will add only 4 to 5 fields here. At ID, we are going to use at generated value. And here in entity class, only two annotations mandatory, at entity and at ID. Whether those are not the mandatory annotations here. Okay. Strategy, we are giving here generation type as identity. Now I am using, this will be private. You can simply say int. This will be customer have ID. Next private, this will be string. We are giving customer have name. Private string, we are giving customer have like address. And again, if you want to say private long customer have contact number, you can give contact number as well. Private long customer have contact number. One more, I'm using private. If you want to say customer have DOB, you can simply add the date as well. Okay, this date I'm giving customer have DOB. Great. And this is, we are going to follow the pattern like JSON format. Then I'm going to follow here Indian date like DDMM by format. Next, we are using here private. You can simply say this will be int, like customer goes to purchase which product there, right? That's why we're passing here product ID as well. Perfect. Then we have added like ID, name, address, contact number, DOB, and the product ID as a variable. Now we'll come up with the customer repository. You can simply annotate with repository annotation. Now we are going to use here extends JPA repository, and this will be like our Pojo class name as customer we are going to pass, and the corresponding wrapper class also we are going to pass as a integer here. And if you want to write like custom methods, you can write the custom method as well. The custom method I'm just going to say this will be customer. You can simply say find by ID, find by cust ID. Like this is, like you can simply say meaningful solid principle naming convention we are going to follow. We have cust ID as a variable. That's why I'm writing here find by. F is lowercase, B must be capital. Again, cust C is capital, ID I also capital there. And passing here int type of cust ID as an input parameter, ending with semicolon. Perfect. Now we'll come up with the next. Next is we have available customer service. Then here we need like in service package as per our business requirement we are going to follow here thin client, right, for service communication. That's why we require here new Java, you can simply say interface, and the interface name we are giving here product client. This is declarative interface we are going to follow, and itself we are going to use annotation fin client. And once you are using here fin client, then comparatively in main class also you need to enable here fin client. This is mandatory step. Okay, enable fin clients. Without that you are not able to like enable the fin as well. This is mandatory. You need to use enable fin clients annotation at your main class level. And again we'll come up with the like our product client. This is, you can simply say declarative interface we are going to follow here, right? Yes. Then here I'm just going to follow, this is fin client. Then service name, whatever name we have available, we have service name as a product service. I'm just going to follow, this will be product service. Okay. And here we are going to use URL as well. What is the URL we have available? This URL we are going to follow. The URL I will copy paste because it will help us to avoid our typo mistakes as well, right? Yeah, this is the URL we are going to follow here. See one screen. See, this is URL. I will copy from here and just paste here for our fin. The next we are going to use here at the rate get mapping, and there we are going to follow find by id, whatever remaining we have available here, right? Yes, this is, you can simply say find by id, and we are passing input parameter as a product have id. If you are not giving the correct url, it will give us 404, it means not found. Then I'm just going to write here, this is abstract method public. You can simply say this data we're getting for product. That's why I'm saying product. This will be like find by ID, and corresponding input parameter we're passing as a path variable. This will be integer type of product ID we're passing as an input here, ending with semicolon. It means this is the declarative interface we have created, and there we are created the abstract method. And this is the API call we are calling here, and this is the exact like URL we are passing. Perfect. And we use here at the rate fin client annotation as well. Then now we'll come up with the service class here. See, we have available customer service. Then here you can simply annotate with at the rate service. We are using at the rate required our constructor as well, right? Then we are going to follow here this pin client, but before going ahead with that, we have created like response view and product.java as well. Then we'll come up with the here we are using at data at all our constructor at no constructor. Then don't use here entity, because we are not going to persist data from this customer service to product, right? Yes. Then you can simply copy whatever we have created for product pojo class, right? As you can simply say entity, we are just going to copy those all the fields, and the same fields we are using with our customer service product.java. See, here is it. Now come up with the response view. Again we are using at data at all our constructor at nor constructor. Response view just for fetching the data, because once we are trying to fetch data by customer id, right, then customer don't have capability to store the product information. That's why we are going to create the response view, and there we are going to add corresponding customer product information as well. You can simply say private, this will be like customer, and the next one we have available private product, yes, ending with semicolon. Now we'll come for the customer service, and then you can simply consider here I am using private, this will be final, and we are giving here this will be customer repository. The next we are adding here private, this will be final. We have available, this is product client as a fin client available there, declarative interface available, right? Then first thing we are trying to save data for customer public. You can simply say this will be customer, here is it, and we are just going to save, and this is the like entity we are passing for customer. Simply to return, this will be customer repo dot itself inbuilt method available there, save, and we are passing the entity as customer here. Then coming to next, I'm just going to write public, this will be response viewer, you can simply consider, right? Yes. And here you can simply say find by id, find by customer id. If you want to write, you can write such a way as well, like get customer by its id, right? Yes, I'm passing integer type of customer id as a input parameter there. Then here we are just going to create object of our response view, and this response view itself we are going to return. That's why I'm just going to create here response view equal to new response view. Then you can simply consider here we are going to fetch data for customer, right, first. Then I'm calling here, this is customer equal to customer repo dot find by customer id, and passing the input as id itself here. And then we are calling here, this is the response view dot set customer, and we are passing here customer as an input. Similar, we are going to get data for product as well. Then simply say this will be product equal to, we have available declarative interface here product client. Then we are just trying to fetch data for our corresponding product as well. Then we have method available there find by id, and there we are giving here customer dot get product id as an input parameter there, right? Yeah, this is the like getter we are passing, like as an input we are giving here product id from this customer we are getting, and we are passing to our product service. Here is find by id implementation available, right? From here we are getting the corresponding product id details, and here again once details is available, then we have available response view. Then you can simply set product, and we are passing this product as an input here. And at the end, simply return, this will be response Vivo. Control A, Alt Control L. This is the very like simplest approach. We are using here Fin client actually for service communication. Here is the communication happen actually, right? From customer we are getting like product id. This id we are giving input here find by id, and here we have implemented the fin client declarative interface, and easily you are able to understand as well, right? Correct. Such a way we done with the customer service. Now we'll come up with the next, and this is the last as a API layer. For that perspective we need to come up with the customer controller. Then see, here I am going to use at the rest controller and annotation at request mapping as well, and there I am going to pass this is forward slash as customers. The next we are using at required our constructor as well, because we are going to follow here constructor based injection. Now I am saying this will be private final customer service. See here is it. Then API we are going to write here post mapping. It means we are trying to save the customer data. I am giving very simple approach like save as a API name. This will be public. You can say response entity. We are passing. This is the data we are saving for customer. We are giving here input as a customer, and simply set the method name as save, and request body also we are going to pass for our saving the request payload there, right? This is for customer. Now simply to return, this will be response entity dot okay, and we are calling customer service dot itself available save method, and we are passing entity as a customer. Now come with the next. We are trying to get data by its ID. It means API name we are giving here. This is find by ID, and we are passing input parameter as well, customer ID as an input parameter. This will be public response entity. We are passing here. This will be response Vivo, right? And this is method as find by ID. Then once we are passing input parameter, that's why we require here path variable. Then into the question comes differentiate path variable and request param. If the input parameter is mandatory, then go ahead with the path variable only, right? Like without customer ID, we are not able to fetch the data. That's why I'm using here path variable. Then upcoming sessions, you will get the more clarity about request param as well. Okay. Now I'm calling return. This will be response entity dot okay, and we are calling here customer service itself available method as a find by ID and ID as the input parameter. Control A, Alt Control L, it will format the code base. Almost within 30 minutes, everything like product service and customer service is done, and we are going to start our customer service also. Then simply come up with the main class main method and start the application. Then simply go ahead and enable it. Okay, it will take some time to start our application. Then meanwhile we'll come up with the service registry, and in service registry we have available here like resources application.properties file available there, right? Yeah. Then before going ahead, I will just like disable this one because we are not going to show on our, you can simply consider in service restrict means Eureka server. Like once we are going to up on localhost 8761, we are not going to show the our Eureka server there. That's why we are going to follow here Eureka client register with Eureka false, Eureka client fetch registry with false. Those I'm just going to add with the in properties file. See the port number we are going to use 8761, and we are going to set those properties as false. It will never display with the like Eureka server there. Now come with the Maven. Simply go ahead and do the clean space install. Okay, again it will take some time to build up our application. And meanwhile, we'll come up with the main class main method, and there we are going to enable Eureka server. This annotation is mandatory here to pass to enable the Eureka server. Simply use @enable Eureka server. But if you want to wait, you can like simply check build status. Once build is success, then we'll go ahead. Now build is failure, right? Because of this is dead dump issue. If such a issue comes, you're not going to worry about that. You can simply follow this step. Here is available toggle script test mode, and then again you can simply do the build. 100% sure our build goes to success now. Okay, again we'll wait to see the success message there. See one screen build is success. See here is the success message. Perfect. Now simply reload the project and come up with the main class, and simply use at the rate enable Eureka server. Once you have enabled the Eureka server, simply start our Eureka server as well here. Fine, great. It will take some time to start the enable like this server, Eureka server. Then we'll come back to here and simply we are hitting here. This is localhost. You can simply say, and I'm going to follow 8761. We are just waiting to see the Eureka status there. See, here is it, right? Eureka is started. The port number is 8761. I hope you are able to see. I just highlighted here, right? Great. We'll come back to here. And there is showing no instances available. Perfect. But again, you can refresh it. We are expecting there will be instances like our product service and we have available customer service there, right? Yeah. See, here is both the services up and running, right? See on screen. Here is it. Like customer service, the part of 9192 port number, the product service is the part of 9191 port number here, and even you are able to see the IP address as well. Great. Then now we are just going to check our customer service here by using 9192 port number, right? You can simply say 9192 sagar-ui.html, and we are just trying to save data for customer. Come up with it, try it out. ID is auto incremented. This is primary key auto increment we have given. Customer name I'm giving here Swara Jadhav. Then now customer address I'm passing here Pune, India. Now contact number I want to say the contact number here I'm passing dummy contact number. Customer DOB we are expecting as the DMMYY format. That's why I'm passing here DOB as you can simply say 01/01/2020. And the product ID I'm passing here 1. It will goes to execute and data goes to insert successfully here. Right? Perfect. Now one more record I'm trying to add here. You can simply say this is I'm just going to pass here Deepak. Then see Deepak is from PCMC India. The contact number I want to change here. Then Deepak date of birth I am giving here. This is the date of birth here, and the Deepak goes to purchase the second product. Simply execute data inserted for Deepak as well. Now we are trying to find by its ID. Simply try it out. I'm passing here first record like we are expecting for Sora and the corresponding product information also we are able to see. Successfully we are able to see like customer data fetch for Sora and the corresponding product also available there, right? Great. Then now we are ready to move ahead with the API gateway. Then simply come up with the API gateway. Here is the API gateway, right? Yes. Then first you can simply come up with the pom.xml file. Then API gateway we need some changes there. Then first we'll come up with the here pom.xml and I'm just going to add like API gateway, Spring Cloud version and the services version as well. So two we are just going to add here itself. Yes. Next we'll do better option actually. Whatever we have properties available, I will delete entire things and I will copy it from my local. Same thing you can do it. I will add this project on GitHub. The GitHub URL I will add in our YouTube video description box. You can simply clone it in your local, otherwise download as a GIF and you can simply take the reference from there. That will be great because we are going to add here circuit breaker, those resiliency dependency as well, right? Yes. Now that this is correct, dependencies and version everything is available, you can simply follow this approach as well. You can simply copy it from our GitHub itself. GitHub URL I will add on YouTube video description box. Yes. Now simply come up with src main, then resources. Here I am going to create the YAML file. This is new file and the file name I am giving here application.yaml. Then YAML content I am just checking with my existing any application here. Yes. Those content also I am going to upload on GitHub for your references. Then see the API gateway part of 2025 port number. This is Spring application name we have given API gateway. Then instead of employee service, we have available here customer service, right? Then we'll copy paste here. This will be customer service. This will be you can simply say customers as a path. This will be customer service. This is customer fallback. Perfect. Now come up with the next. This is department instead of department service we have available product service. Then this will be, you can simply say product service, and here also we are giving products itself, and this will be product fallback. If fault tolerance happen, right, if any service is down, then definitely it will goes to fallback URI, and the corresponding service, it will say the status, this service is down, we need to wait. Then see, now the YAML file changes is done. We'll simply come up with the Maven and then do the build of our application. MUN clean space install. See, it will take some time. Then meanwhile, we'll come up with the com.full stack. Right click on that new package. The package name I'm giving here, this is the controller package. And within that controller package, I'm going to create new Java class as this is, you can simply say fallback controller. See, our fallback controller is created successfully. Then now, okay, once build is success, we'll reload our project here. Okay. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the build success message. You will be able to see the status of build success as well. See, here also we got like that dump issue. You can simply toggle skip test mode here, and again you can simply do the build of our application. And if you are facing any difficulties at the time of your development, you can simply add your comment in comment box. Definitely I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. See, our build goes to success now. We are just waiting for a minute. Yes, build is success. Once build is success, simply reload the project, and now we'll come up with the development part here. Then simply annotate with at the rate REST controller here. We are using here REST controller, right? Yes. Next we are calling request mapping. I'm just going to pass here forward slash. Now we are writing the first API here for fallback perspective. This will be git mapping, and you can simply follow here. This is which fallback? We are going to follow the first as customer fallback. Then see, this will be like public. You can simply say response entity. It will be type of string, and there we are going to say this is customer fallback. This is our method name we have given here. Simply to return, this will be like response entity dot okay, and we are just going to mention like our customer service is down, we need to wait. Customer service is down, please wait. Yes. Same we are going to perform for our product service as well. If some of service is down, then we are just going to say product service is down, please wait. This will be product fallback we are going to add here. Here you can simply say product service is down, please wait. Now we'll come up with the main class main method here, and simply use at the rate enable Eureka client discovery, right? Yes, now it's not coming. Then we'll do one thing, simply come up with the Maven and simply reload our application. At the rate enable, we are just trying to use here Eureka discovery client. Yes, it's coming, right? Enable discovery client. Perfect. Once it's done, then we'll simply start our main application here for API Gateway. And you know, API Gateway, it is a single entry point for our microservice application. Like client hitting the request, it comes on API Gateway traversing this request to particular services. And API Gateway is the part of 2025 port number as per our business requirements. Now we are just waiting to see API Gateway up and running there, right? Yes. See, the API Gateway till it's in running mode. We are just going to check it here, right? Yeah. See, it goes to failure here, right? Option fail to start. Then we are just going to check why it goes to fail to start actually. Okay. Yes. Okay, we are just going to check it. It's showing you can find the latest Spring Boot version here. Okay, fine, no worries. We'll check the log why it goes to fail. It's showing timeout, waiting for in slides fans to send it. Okay. There will be some log available. We need to follow those log actually. Okay. Spring Boot 3.5.3 is not compatible with the Spring Cloud train. Change Spring Boot version is one of the following 3.4.x they are saying. Okay. Then we have two options available. Either you can simply change Spring Boot version here 3.4. Otherwise, we need to change here 2025 as a Spring Cloud version. Okay. Yes. Then here I am just trying here. This will be 2025 I am using, and again we'll try it. At least one try will check here. Simply goes to Maven clean space install, and again we are just trying to build it. See, it will goes to download those dependency from centralized artifact and stored into our local disk C. There is available users. Under users there is available .m2 folder. In that there is available repository, right? And there are all the jar files available there. Now simply reload the project, and once the reload is done, we are going to start again same application here. There will be like, if Spring Boot version is changed, then definitely there will be small like changes happens, right? Always we need to read those documentation as well, because we are in developer life. Always we need to like check the documentation, official site documentation also. See, now it just like started. We are just waiting to see the status as well. Yes. Okay. We are just going to check the Eureka server. What is the status of API Gateway? Simply refresh it. See, API Gateway is up and running here, right? Once API Gateway is up and running, the API Gateway is the part of 2025 port number. Great. Now we are just come back to here, and we are passing whatever URL we have available. The Swagger URL we have available here, right? Yes. I will copy as it is and simply come up with the Postman API and simply hit here. We are expecting data for Swara there. It will fetch data. See, here is it. But now we are passing here API gateway port number as 2025. Then also we are expecting the data there. See, data is coming there, right? If you want to save data from Postman API through API gateway itself, then I'm going to create the new like request here. Then see, this request will try to save data from API gateway itself. Then see, we'll use the reference from our Swagger UI itself, like the request payload. Instead of typing it manually, we'll copy it from here. Simply copy the body. This is, you can simply say row. This is, instead of text we are using here JSON, and this will be, you can simply consider here, right? We are going to consider this is the request payload. Yes, but this time I want to pass somehow different laptop. I'm just passing here Lenovo laptop as a product name. I'm going to change it. It will be cost, we are going to say 1,20,000 here. Product launch date, that will be fine, no worries for us. And here whatever URL we have available, I will copy the same URL, but that time I'm just going to change with the port number is 2025 and then hit the request. See, data inserted successfully. If you want to check in database, the product number 3 is added for Lenovo laptop, right? Great. Now we are just going to check like customer as well. For customer service perspective, I'm just come up with here and going to add data for customer as well. Then first thing, you can simply come with the body row. Then instead of text, we are selecting here JSON. Then we require the customer details. For that perspective, I will come up with the Swagger, because instead of writing it manually, it will take lots of time, right? We'll copy as it is and just paste it here. This will be product I'm going to add for 3. And the customer name, I'm passing my name only here. Then we're just going to change the contact number also. I'm just adding the demo date here, right? This will be like 11. Perfect. Simply we required here URL as well. Then URL, we are passing here which port number? We are going to pass here API gateway port number 2025. Simply hit the request. It will be insert data for Kiran Jadhav and the product is 3. Now again we'll come back to here to get the data, right? And there I am passing find by ID as a customer number 3. We're expecting data for Kiran Jadhav. And here we're passing API gateway port number as well. Right? Hit the request. See data coming for Kiran Jadhav, corresponding customer, we are able to see the product details as well. Like such a way, like by using API gateway, this is the single entry point for our application, right? API gateway is a single entry point. Like whenever end user hitting the request, this request comes on API gateway, and from API gateway, it will traverse this request to particular services. And then service communications happens internally by using Fin client. Like this is very high level we have seen, like how like our microservice goes to work here, right? Yes. And in case if any service is down, suppose now we'll go ahead and down our customer service. Then once we are going to down the customer service, we are expecting customer service is down. Please wait. See one screen. Like fallback mechanism also handles here. See, customer service is down. Please wait. There are three states available: close, open, and half open here. Right now, this is open state actually because service is down. If you are going to check the service in Eureka as well, there is also like our customer service is not showing. But once you are going to start here our customer service, right? Simply go ahead and start our application, then definitely now this is becomes as hub open. Okay, till our service is down only. If you are going to hit here request, it just saying customer service is down, please wait. Now we are just going to check it in Eureka. Till in Eureka also customer service is not available. We need to wait at least for a minute. See, here is it, customer service is up and running. Then Eureka server, you are able to see like what are those services up and running here, including IP address, including port number as well. Everything we are able to see, right? And Eureka server we are using the port number is 8761. Then now we'll come back to here and simply hit the request. See, data is coming there. Now instead of hub open, it will goes to close state. It means it's working as expected. Perfect. Again, if I am passing for here first ID for Sora, it will fetch data for Sora as well, right? Then see, this way we done with our microservice session here. Microservice, it means two or more Spring Boot module, yeah, application, they will communicate with each other. And services wise, where handle here product service, customer service, service registry, API gateway, and the service communication we are using here Fin client. And design patterns we follow here SAGA design pattern, circuit breaker design pattern as well, right? Yes, we have even handled the fault tolerance as well. Perfect. And if you want like advanced learning, feel free to join our class in Pune. You will get the more learning curve. And upcoming Sunday, like I'm very sure this 12th of July, I'm going to publish first like full stack microservice application from our YouTube channel. This is very high level. I am going to cover up the retail e-commerce application. Then stay tuned with the full stack Java developer YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video. Please do like, share, subscribe the channel to get more updates, and see you in next video.